So I just came up with a great money-making idea, selling Chinese idioms. Think about it, it makes so much sense. You got millions of people learning Chinese and most of them barely know any idioms. And hey, I'm not going to try to scam anyone. I'll have the best prices in town. I'll have specials like 2 for 1, even buy 10 get 1 free for those easier ones. And I mean, who wouldn't buy them considering how cheap they are? I mean, they're free. They're just words that anyone can use. I really should have thought of this one before making this video. So you think your Chinese is getting better. You've learned every word in your advanced textbook. You call yourself a tone master. And then the next thing you know, you're having a conversation with a Chinese friend and they just start shooting idiom after idiom and you're just standing there trying to remember if people are still using mama, hu hu. Okay, so first of all, what are idioms? Well, Chinese idioms, called 成语 in Chinese, refer to idiomatic expressions, which are phrases that typically present a figurative, non-literal meaning attached to these phrases. Common English idioms include beat around the bush, break a leg, bite the bullet, and whichever idioms I can find in the B page. In the case of Chinese idioms, they are usually in a 4-character format and are frequently derived from ancient literature. Oh, and there are a ton of them, like thousands of them. The problem with idioms is you learn them in textbooks, but then you never get to use them and then you forget them. And yet Chinese people use them all the time like it's the easiest thing ever. So hey, I've been there before, trying to memorize 10 idioms a day with flashcards, trying to use them here and there, but never really remembering them or using them correctly. The thing is, Chinese idioms are hard. You have to remember combinations of characters and know when it is appropriate to use them. The reality is that you need to start learning idioms that you can use every day instead of trying to force whichever one you've just learned into an everyday conversation. Only after you've built a basic list of idioms in your brain that you can use at will you be able to start learning the harder ones. So here are 3 common and useful idioms you can use in your everyday life.
Layer 1.
入乡随俗. Literally, enter village, follow customs. It is very similar to the saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Whether it is going to a new country or simply a new region within a country, you are bound to see new things. It's always wise to try to fit in by adapting to the local ways. Here's an example of a sentence with this idiom. 他在中国住了很多年，已经入乡随俗了。He has been in China for many years and has fully immersed himself in the culture.
Layer 2.
班门弄斧. Literally showing off one's axe-wielding skills before Luban's door. This one can be translated to displaying one's incompetence before a connoisseur, meaning you make a fool of yourself doing something in front of someone who can clearly do it much better. Think of how you would feel if you had been learning guitar for a few months and were asked to perform in front of a group of professional guitar players. Most of us would probably be a little embarrassed and reluctant to do so. This is where you can use this idiom, just like in this example. 我在你们面前弹琴，实在是班门弄斧. If I was to play guitar in front of you all, I would just be making a fool of myself.
Layer 3.
一举两得. One action, 2 results. This is pretty much the same as 2 birds, 1 stone, meaning you achieve 2 things with 1 single action. Here's a simple example. 我明天去帮你搬家吧，这样我还能锻炼身体，一举两得. I'll help you move tomorrow. I'll also get a good workout out of it. 2 birds, 1 stone. Fun fact, we now know 一举两得 means 2 birds, 1 stone. But for an even more direct translation, we can also say 一石二鸟, 1 stone, 2 birds. Or even 一箭双雕, 1 arrow, 2 vultures. Basically 2 more common ways to express that one action allowed us to achieve 2 things. Well, that's it for this video. 3 very common Chinese idioms which you can start using right away in almost any conversation. What Chinese idioms do you like to use? Let me know in the comments section below. See you next time.